Hey guys, and welcome to what I'm gonna call the first month of Slasher Month here on Rotting Flesh Movie Reviews. I'm your host, Billy Pop.
William Steckler the Fourth, Billy the Kid, pistol whipping the bitch, lip spitting the grit, true to the sick shit that pops into his head.
Yeah, that's right. I play punk rock, but I also rap too. I've just lost most of my subscribers, didn't I? I want you to know that although I'm not a big fan of rap music, I find writing and performing it to be the cat's meow. But I like to do everything. Anyway, gang, in this episode we'll be taking a look at the next movie in the Chuckles franchise. As if you didn't already know. So strap on your good guy overalls and fill them full of shit. We're gonna take on Child's Play 3. Child's Play 3 was directed in 1991 and directed by Jack Bender. It was once again written by Don Mancini. Vlad Dourif returns as our little bloody buddy Chucky. Andy Barclay is in this movie, but they had to get a much older person to play him because it is supposedly 8 years later. So who cares about that guy? Anyway, we start off our little movie in the Playpal's factory where the last film ended. Being how I don't want to ruin the ending of the last movie, I'll just say his blood gets mixed in with the plastic of the good guy doll plastic that makes the dolls, and he comes back to life. He resurrects. So the Playpals company decides to bring back the good guy doll. They believe no one will remember Andy Barclay. The owner of Playpals decides to go home with the first doll off the assembly line to his fancy penthouse to wind down. But you know, he should have thought of this.
Don't fuck with the Chuck!
Oh my God.
So of course the first thing Chucky does is try to find out where Andy is. So 16-year-old transgender Andy...
They took me away from my mother.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me!
...is now in Kent Military Academy. We then meet a man who gets excited sexually while cutting the hair of young men.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes. We're seeing some skin now, aren't we? And what are you looking at, new boy? Wednesday.
A haircut ain't regulation, soldier.
At least he's not as bad as Chucky. During Andy's haircut, a good guy doll commercial comes on the television set. A big plot hole here is that the owner of the company was murdered after getting the first doll off the assembly line. Nobody seems to really care. They still put out the good guy doll. We meet Andy's roommate Whitehurst, and he tells Andy that their commandant's name is Sheldon and he's a prick. As Andy gets used to Commandant Sheldon, we meet De Silva, a female cadet or whatever they are. I'm gonna say cadet. Now when Andy was getting his haircut and the good guy doll commercial came on, there was a little boy named Tyler also getting his head raped by the weird army man hairstylist guy. He is given the task to deliver a package to Andy's room.
Kid. Anyway. Hey, look out!
Fucking assholes, man. And he ends up accidentally finding out what's inside. But what's inside is schmucky.
Who the fuck are you?
Chucky always manages to say things that sound rapey, like every time.
I got some fresh meat lined up.
Is he your best friend?
He's more than that.
Couldn't we just play hide and seek?
Hold still. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Now, assume the position. Time to play.
I'm not gonna let you near that kid.
And I think it's funnier that way. Our old pal Chucky realizes that because he reveals his identity to Tyler, he has a new body, technically Tyler is the first person he's told his secret to. I don't know how this would hold up in court, but I can see where he's coming from. So now Chucky might be a little black kid.
Chucky's gonna be a bro.
Chucky tries to get inside Tyler, but a superior comes along and tells him that dolls are for girls.
Yes, I did.
Charles, stop swearing.
The superior takes the doll, and Andy sees him with the doll. Andy's putting his clothes away, and Chucky shows up and tells him that he's going to take over Tyler's body. And he wants to kill Andy so he can't foil Shredder's plan. Sorry guys, I'm doing a show called Turtle Tracks now, kind of fucked that up. Shameless advertising. But anyway, Sheldon comes into Andy's room and takes Chucky after he finds Andy punching it. Which is more than I can say for most people. I mean, why doesn't anyone just kick him or something? But anyway, as weird as Sheldon is, he's probably gonna take him to his room and fuck the Chuck, you know what I mean? Andy sneaks into Sheldon's room to retrieve the doll. But he gets caught, and he ends up fucking over his whole platoon, and now they all have to march in the rain. Once again, Chucky kinda reminds me of Slappy from Night of the Living Dummy. Chucky goes to Tyler's room to find him, but ends up finding a note telling Chucky he has to find Tyler. This little kid's pissing Chucky the fuck off. De Silva finds Tyler and Chucky hiding in the closet, so she puts lipstick on Chucky's face, and the kid who plays Tyler tries to sound upset.
What are you doing?
You'll see.
Wait, stop.
Here you go, little baby.
Come on. You're messing him
You're
up.
so cute. Oh.
Don't do that. Don't. He looks stupid. You're making him look like a wuss.
That's not a very good job. Sorry. In mess hall, Andy tries to convince Tyler that Chucky is evil. But Tyler isn't convinced, so Andy gives him his awesome jackknife. So now we get annual war games, which is usually done with paintballs. But Chucky replaces the rounds with live ammunition. So that doesn't go over very well. It must have taken him hours, man. Like, holy crap, that's a lot of guns. Andy and De Silva end up becoming hot to trot. Not exactly important to the plot, but they do. Oh, by the way, there's a blue team and a red team for this war game thing, and Andy is on Sheldon's blue team. Now, because the map goes missing from Sheldon's tent, and Andy's also missing, Sheldon believes he's secretly working for the red team, which is dumb. Meanwhile, Chucky meets up with Tyler, because I guess the Academy wants children to get hit with paintballs. Either way, Tyler stabs Chucky with the jackknife Andy gave him, which is why you should always keep your jackknife in your pocket, and runs away. So anyway, we get a cat and mouse game once again, but Andy wins. Or does he?
Come on, let's get out of here.
Okay, so this movie I think tried to capture the dark spirit of the first one. It was directed well, and I think it dared to be different, which is maybe why it didn't get graced with the best reviews. The sets were good and the lighting worked. The movie was written kind of sloppy in places, but for a Chucky movie it was good enough. I think Sheldon's character could have been written better. The whole time I'm not sure if he's actually a prick or just trying to fit in his position in the Academy. The acting was well done by all the cast, except for that one part with the little boy Tyler, when he's like, you know, freaking out about them putting lipstick on Chucky. The characters were all either lovable or hateable, which is what they were meant to be. The acting was mostly Gordon Lightfoot. I thought Andy actually looked his age compared to the rest of the characters, though. The dialogue was just like the second movie, except slightly more serious. So it lost that edge of humor that the second movie had, and that makes me happy. Not that there isn't humor, it's just darker. The music was not as good as the first two movies, but it didn't suck. The effects were good. Haven't changed much from the second, though. Once again, they do a cool scene at the end to make Chucky look more frightening. Can I recommend Child's Play 3? Honestly, a hardcore yes. This movie tried to bring the series to a darker place again, instead of making fun of Chucky's dialogue. He was still a wisecracking doll, but he seems kind of threatening. At least until you realize you can just kick him. The setting was cool too. I give this flick a 7.5 out of 10. It has its flaws, but it's not only the third Child's Play movie, it's also my third favorite in the entire series. The first one being the best, and number 2 being the fourth. Where will the rest earn their place in my brain? Find out next time, Home Sauce. Thank you for joining me, and don't forget to compliment me, rate me a 10 out of 10, and become subscribers so I can make you hear my opinions and I won't have to hear yours. Chop chop, do it now! Bye guys.
That Midget production.